draft night slash off-season analysis of each team. Now, originally it was gonna be just a draft day analysis. I wasn't really too much focus on the off-season because it's supposed to be downtime. Everybody's supposed to be out doing anything, enjoying the summer. However, a few people who we'll get to has made this a pretty exciting off-season. So, what I'll do here is I'll kind of give you a rough draft grade. It won't be nothing too definite. Nobody here really is bad or good. Just giving you a general idea of how I feel about the team. So just don't take it too seriously with these grades because a couple people weren't able to really draft, so it's kind of hard to grade on the curve when a couple people didn't have drafts. Period. So with that being said, I'll give you sort of an analysis on the draft itself and then the off season afterwards. So let's get started. First up, we have Air That Bitch Out. I'll give his draft grade an A minus. He was able to get Dalton Kincaid, Devin A. Chain, Deuce Vaughn, and then he was able to secure a draft day trade, locking up Tony Pollard from the Cowboys to kind of shore up his running back field. A couple off-season notables, not much. He was able to get Matthew Stafford for a second. Who cares? He was also able to get Keenan Allen to pair up with Justin Herbert, and what I would assume is a win now move, considering the fact that he himself is also 39. So overall, with what he did, I'll have to give his grade a B minus. Nice job, really doing next to nothing, but you really only got older with an already old team. So, TikTok. Next up, we got Rock Squad draft grade, incomplete or did not participate. Like I said, I can't really give him a grade if he didn't do anything. Off-season notables, he was able to acquire Brian Robinson, who I call the plotter, for essentially free. We'll get to that as well. He's also a running back too, by the way. And he was able to acquire Anthony Richardson for a pack of pork rinds, and a deal that I'm still baffled by. So that's pretty good for him. And then he was able to turn Danny Dimes and believe Sam Howell. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think he was able to lock in two seconds, a third, and then a fifth-round pick. If it's more, just let me know. I'm not sure, but that's what I calculated. So overall, we'll give him a B+. He was able to get pretty decent returns for not being able to really draft anything to begin with. So he had a pretty good offseason. I give him a B+. Next up, got the Mafia Dynasty. His draft grade also being incomplete, did not participate. Couple offseason notables. The main one, honestly, would be acquiring 3 firsts, if I'm wrong, correct me on that, for A.J. Brown. Clearly winning that trade. But other than that, he also landed Dameon Pierce and star quarterback Jalen Hurts to kind of replace his firepower with some different firepower, losing Josh Allen, replacing him with Jalen Hurts. It's kind of a lateral move, but he got different, didn't get worse, and he also got better getting those 2-1s, which how I do. I love the draft picks. So, but after that, he also looks like he traded the future cheat code Anthony Richardson for Elijah Mitchell and a box of Cookie Crisp. I'm not sure why he did that when he acquired him. I mean, the kid Anthony Richardson is probably going to break the league, and again, he left for a box of Cookie Crisp. But overall, give him an A-. He's actually got some next year picks, so he's looking pretty solid coming in here in the 2023 season. Next up, we have Winston by any means / ball out entertainment. Draft grade going to be an F-. Previous organization completely bent his own team over and tried to pretty much put a bullet in the back of his head to pretty astounding success, because before Ball Out Entertainment picked the organization back up, it was pretty much dead in the water. But once Ball Out Entertainment picked up the franchise, and I hope was a discount, he was able to trade star receiver Garrett Wilson for 2 30-year-old receivers with injury concerns in 2 seconds. Don't knock the effort, but I do knock the result. Uh, Other than that, I will say Ball Out Entertainment is trying. He's made a couple other small kind of deals to try to shore up, his running back and actually put something respectable out there. So I got to give him an A+ for that. I mean, overall it's still a F++, but he's really only been in the league for, I think just a month, a little over a month, replacing Winston by any means, who can get what I like to call all the way the fuck up through. So, other than that, for Ball and Entertainment, welcome to the Illuminati Fantasy Football League. Here we're brotherhood, and we all got a lot of camaraderie. We all get along. Even the shit talking doesn't go too far. Everybody's got thick skin. Everybody just, we kind of banter around. So, I mean, being able to participate is kind of a perk of the league. If you can't do it, I mean, I don't really get it because, like I said, even, pretty much everybody has been, to some extent, participating, even the idiot who you replaced. So, if you could just give us a little bit more participation, man, it makes it all the more better and funner, man. We all love each other here, and at the end of the day, man, we all just trying to get that one thing, so. But other than that, I'll give you an A, but overall, the organization is an F++. I don't know what you're going to do with Cooper Kupp. So moving on, we got the Savages draft grade of B+. So we get Tank Bigsby, Jonathan Mingo, Bryce Young, Michael Wilson, some Ford dude I don't give a fuck about, and Luke Musgrave. B+, not bad. Offseason notables. As I mentioned in the Mafia Dynasties analysis, he actually was the one to give up 2 firsts, Tank Bigsby, who we just drafted, and DeAndre Hopkins for just A.J. Brown. That is a loss. That is a heavy loss. You just can't be giving away mortgaging your future for just one star player, whereas you can get pretty much 80% of that in an older but not finished DeAndre Hopkins and an up-and-coming running back in Tank Bigsby, who could possibly play 1B to Etienne's 1A out there in Jacktown. So that's a definite loss for you. But continuing on, he was able to bounce back because he was able to acquire Big Mike Evans for Rashad fucking Bateman. And he was also able to get Austin Eckler and 2 ones for just Breece Hall. Just Breece Hall, who we don't expect to return value until 2025. So, more on that later. But overall, we'll give the Savages a B+. He didn't do much, but the things he did do were major. And he's up to, well, he's pretty much like the Cowboys of this particular league. He doesn't have to do much, but everything's going to be ran over with a fine-tooth comb because, he's got the cachet and he kind of has a rep of getting over, and he did on 2 different occasions this offseason. So if we can try to limit that again, maybe we can keep that beast down. But if he keeps running over the teams like this, I don't. He'll pretty much rape and pillage his way to a title. So let's try to shore that up, idiots. Next up, So Def. I couldn't wait to get to this one because I'm gonna give his draft grade a A+++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++ absolutely hit the draft out of the park. He was able to land Zach Charbonnet or Charbonnet, Denzel Mims, Jaden Reed, Sam Laporta, Kendre Miller, Tank Dell, Eric Gray, Puka Nacua, Xavier Hutchinson, and Demario Douglas. All made the team and all could be impact players as soon as week 1. Absolutely fantastic draft. He fucking ate. Other offseason notables, one being for me, he was able to still be able to reload in 2024 because he's got 9 fucking picks. So apparently he's doing something right. But, I'll leave that for y'all to argue. He absolutely ate, like I said. He fucking killed the draft. But other than that, in the offseason, he lost his 2-star receivers, Trey Burks, Chris Olave. Really know what you were doing there. You lost Saquon in the third for Devonta Smith. Take it what you want. Lost up and coming tight end Pat Freiermuth. And I actually picked up Kenny Gainwell, who may start out there in Philly. So we'll see with that. But overall, I had to downgrade it from an A plus 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 plus. It's just one A plus because if it'd be an F if he didn't just do so great in the draft. I mean, I should have went after the trade to give him praise for what he did because it was a masterclass. So for everybody watching this, man, take some notes from him. He may actually know what the fuck he's doing. So Def, A plus. Moving on, Coke Leans, draft grade C plus. He was able to draft Anthony Richardson, Evan Hall, Trey Palmer, who may possibly be the steal of the fucking draft. Watch Trey Palmer. He might be that 6, 7 round pick, turn around, be on some AB shit. Watch, dude. He may steal. He may get a possible just steal of the decade with this Trey Palmer kid. Just watch him. He also got Josh Downs too. So I give him a C plus. Not bad, not great. C plus, nothing terrible. It's fine. His off-season notables, he was able to get or acquire Travis Etienne and DJ Moore. He in turn lost his star receiver Tyreek Hill, the aforementioned Anthony Richardson, and the 25 first. And that's it. Post-draft. Oh, I also forgot to mention, a lot of these may be a bit cut short because the cutoff date for all my information that I was able to gather was May the 28th. So a lot of teams, Coke Leans included here, may have done a lot of stuff before the May 28th, I guess, mark-off date the Sleeper put on us because I wasn't able to really acquire any data. A couple of things I mentioned, like especially with Cam Dumbass, was just off of memory. I wasn't able to really acquire nothing because it just didn't go past that. So the Coke Leans, once again, is going to be a little bit incomplete, but, I mean, it's a C+. I mean, he's fine. Going into the season, he got a lot younger, and, he should eat, but I did want to add that May 28th thing. So it's going to make a couple of these other analyses even more crazier when I get to them, but you'll see what I'm talking about soon. But Coke Leans, C-. Shit together here. Next up, everybody is food. Draft grade C+. He acquired number 1 pick Bijan Robinson, Michael Mayer, Keaton Mitchell. Off-season notables, he did get star tight end Darren Waller, 24 second and third. He was able to get off that possible bust, Quentin Johnson, for another first. But overall, his off-season, I give him a C+, C-. I mean, you don't get credit for winning a sweepstakes. To me, it's a tepid offseason. You didn't do anything. You didn't do any work. I know you were probably expecting a little bit more credit. You don't get any. You won a sweepstakes. Who gives a fuck? Yippee. The only reason you got that is because the Savages somehow butt-fucked his entire second half of the season and didn't make the playoffs. Nobody saw that coming. Or else you would have had the same old mid-grade ass draft picks everybody else did. You do not get credit for winning a fucking sweepstakes, dude. C-. Next up, fuck y'all. Or is that fuck you too? Anyway, draft grade A+. Was able to get JSN, Jalen Hyatt, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Sean Tucker. Another one you might want to watch out for. Off-season notables, acquiring Quentin Johnston for looks like a Debo and a third, while I stated before, could possibly be a bust. And he also was acquiring, looks here, Breece Hall for 2 1s, Austin Eckler, and half his fucking soul. This is a fail to the umpteenth degree. Absolute fucking fail. Like I stated before, Breece won't even cash in until 2025. You follow this A+ draft grade with an F+ offseason report because it looks here you're gearing to win this year, but then you go and get Breece, who won't cash in for 2 years. It seems like you want to win later. It don't make no sense. I mean, make up your mind. Do you want to win now or do you want to win later? So overall, I mean, you get a C-. Admitting that you got raped doesn't make the rapey less rapey. You got raped, dude. C- though. Good draft. Next up, my nigga Bo Cook, cooking shit up out this bitch. He done have enough of you niggas on that chat. He ain't taking no shorts out this motherfucker. Fuck y'all niggas. He changed his name and everything, which I might have to put him up there because this is not a bad name at all. Cooking shit up out this motherfucker. Watch out for the homie, man. Draft grade B+. He was able to get 2-star studs and receivers with Jordan Addison and Zay Flowers. Followed up with, Chase Brown. Darnell Washington was alright. CJ Stroud, who could be a game changer himself. So, B+ draft. Off-season notables, not much here. He was able to acquire Miami defense and a fucking heist from God Loves Tom Kills. I don't know who the fuck he is, but he's fucking stupid. Airway hold defense for a 7th round pick who I do not think even made the fucking team. I have to get reports on that, but I think he gave a top 5 defense away for someone who did not make the fucking team. Moving on, he also gave away Hall of Famer for Rashad fucking hype-ass Bateman. Now, I want to get on to another rant here, because, I know it's hype, and a lot of these cats have a lot of cachet, but it don't take you 3 motherfucking years to pop in the league. It don't. If it's year 3 and people still talking about you a motherfucking sleeper, take your ass to sleep. Stop picking up these hyped ass 2nd and 3rd year niggas because you heard Mike Clay say some shit about him. The motherfucker's trash. Leave him in the fucking trash heap, bruh. Stop making teams better off of hype. Rashad Bateman's a fucking bum. Put his ass away. Away. Overall C+ though. I like the grade, love the name, and I love the fucking aggression out of you, man. Keep that shit up, homie. That's it, ain't it? Oh my God. Oh my God. I gotta do this shit. Alright. Last but not least is Turtle. Or I like massages too. He really likes massages, and I'll get to why. But first, we'll get to his draft. He was able to nab A.T. Perry, somebody named Schoonmaker, McBad with Cheese, who I don't even think made the team draft grade F-. We're not even going to talk about the draft because it's an F. You know that. Everybody knows that. It's an F. And considering that I think you had 2 1s for most of last year, to turn into what you turned into, to me, it's just baffling, but we're still not done. So, to get to his total off season, now, mind you, I told y'all about the May 28th thing. There's no data at or before May 28th, so a lot of people's stuff is a little bit, that's the cutoff date, right? So, this man, since May 28th, has a total league-leading 64 total transactions. 64. And he literally was the only page I had to literally scroll to find data on. He's a league-leading 64 total transactions, 14 league-leading trades. This is the off-season. What the fuck are you going to find in 64 total transactions? This is the off-season. We drafted the rookies. So it ain't no rookies out there that's even worth pick. 64 total trades. How? Like, it's baffling to me how you were able to accomplish this. 64 total transactions. And you got like infinity trade offers to the other 11 organizations out there. Just infinity. It has to be in the hundreds, to be honest. Now, I said infinity to be funny, but I'm pretty sure it's in the hundreds. This is the off season. What are you trying to find? But we off that, if you want to go try to find, 4th string, special team, kickers, go ahead. But we off that. So, speaking of his off season and the 64 total transactions, he had 14 trades. Now, mind you, he's been in the market for probably the past month looking for an RB2. Let me tell you why he's looking for an RB2. A few months back, he goes to Rock Squad, and he offers him Calvin Ridley, Brian Robinson for Nick Chubb. Cool, right? He also had some picks thrown in there. We don't get to the picks because they were low level. So Riddles, Brian Robinson, Chubb. Boom. The nigga literally goes back in a week, probably gives him Calvin Ridley and more picks for Nick Chubb. Do you know where the math went there? So we missing a piece right now. That piece is an RB2, Brian Robinson. Not even done. So on top of that, he gave away a starting running back 2, Dameon Pierce, for 2 backups at this point. Tank Bigsby, we don't know who he's going to be because he's a fucking rookie. And not Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I'm sorry, but you traded for him for some other dumb shit. I'll get to that in a second. But you gave away Dameon Pierce for 2 backups, Tank Bigsby, Elijah Mitchell, and a 5th round pick. So it's 2 RB2s that you have gone. Y'all see where I'm going with this? Like, just a complete lack of foresight. It's like, I don't know, his brain, I think it resets. Like maybe after 2-3 days, and he doesn't realize what he did. So he just goes back and does it again, and he just, it just keeps snowballing, and he's losing piece after piece after fucking piece. He ain't doing shit but spinning his fucking tires this entire offseason. Just spinning his tires. I don't know how to gauge your organization. I know your draft was an F, but this offseason, I don't know what to do with this. You didn't do anything, make trades, and lose players each time. I don't know of any trade that I could say you won. There weren't any. Out of all these fucking trades, I could not find one that you won. It might have been some mad ones in there, some mid-grade shits, but you lost them all. And you lost 2 RB2s, yet you're bothering everybody in the league for an RB2. Like, we're not even talking about like hey, I traded somebody. Oh, he got hurt. Dang, tough deal, right? No. You have them healthy in your stable. You trade them away. You think of something else. You go get that player back, not realizing that you've just given this man a player. You literally gave it to him. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to gauge it. Draft F. I might have to just put some kind of emoji or something for your off season because I don't know how to gauge it. I don't. So with that being said, I know this is a little bit late, but I had to drop this shit before the season actually started. I'm gonna go chop this up. I hope y'all like it. I hope you guys don't take it too serious. Like I said, it's all fun. Everybody team for the most part is pretty much geared and ready to go. Should be a competitive season this year. No clear cut person that's running away with it. So just stay tuned, and probably in a few weeks here, more like half the season, I don't know, we'll be getting into that mid-season analysis, and that definitely is probably gonna ruffle some feathers. So got some ideas for that. Like I said, this was just supposed to be something quick, but it turned into something long because, like I said, I'm lazy, but I was able to kind of put something together for y'all, something for y'all to munch on before the beginning of the season so we can gear up and do this shit. So, with that being said, good luck, my niggas, and peace.